Welcome to Aura by Vibes Lifestyle, inspired living, inspiring you to amplify your aura. Thank you for being here. In our daily interactions, whether in personal relationships, work environments, or social circles, we often encounter individuals who use certain behaviors to manipulate, influence, or control others. These behaviors, often referred to as control dramas, are tactics that people employ to gain power, get their needs met, or assert dominance. While these tactics are not always malicious, they can be harmful if not recognized and addressed. Understanding control dramas is the first step in managing relationships with individuals who may use such strategies, helping you maintain healthy boundaries and personal autonomy. Control dramas are a set of unconscious or intentional behaviors used by people to manipulate or control others in order to fulfill their emotional needs or gain an advantage in a situation. These behaviors can manifest in various ways, but they all share the common goal of influencing the thoughts, feelings, or actions of others. The term control drama was popularized by author and spiritual teacher Caroline Myss in her book, Why People Don't Heal and How They Can, where she describes 4 primary types of control dramas that people tend to adopt based on their personality, past experiences, or learned behaviors. According to James Redfield, author of The Celestine Prophecy, there are 4 main control dramas that individuals typically employ in relationships. These are often subconscious strategies that emerge during conflict, stress, or moments of vulnerability. Understanding these patterns can help you identify them in your interactions and take steps to mitigate their impact. 1. The poor me, the victim drama. The victim is someone who feels helpless, powerless, and at the mercy of others. By portraying themselves as a victim of circumstances, this individual seeks sympathy and attention from others. The victim's control strategy is to manipulate others into feeling sorry for them, which often results in people taking care of them or making concessions to alleviate their suffering. Victims might say things like, "Why does this always happen to me?" or "I can't handle this on my own." Responding with empathy while maintaining boundaries is key. Acknowledge the person's feelings, but avoid getting pulled into their drama or taking on their emotional burden. Encourage them to take responsibility for their situation and, if possible, offer them practical solutions. 2. The intimidator, the persecutor drama. The intimidator is an individual who uses aggression, criticism, or hostility to control others. They may belittle, berate, or threaten people in order to assert dominance and to make them feel inferior. This control drama is often rooted in insecurity and fear of being weak or vulnerable. The persecutor may use harsh words, physical intimidation, or emotional attacks to get their way, creating an atmosphere of fear or anxiety in their relationships. Here's how to handle it. Stand firm and assert your boundaries. Avoid responding with aggression or fear, as this will only reinforce the persecutor's behavior. Be calm and confident, and if necessary, remove yourself completely from the situation to protect your emotional well-being. 3. The aloof, the rescuer drama. The rescuer plays the role of the savior in relationships, always stepping in to fix others or to fix the problems of others. This person derives their sense of worth and control by taking care of others and putting the needs of others before their own. While their intentions may be good, the rescuer's actions can be manipulative, as they often prevent others from taking responsibility for their own lives. They may find themselves overwhelmed or resentful when their help isn't appreciated or reciprocated. The aloof control drama is less passive than the poor me control drama, yet still tries to lure you in by acting distant and unreadable. They want you to connect with them, but they only partially connect themselves while withholding information. Acting this way leads you into the pursuit of more knowledge about whom they are and what they are doing. When you do investigate and engage more, they respond with obscure facts released with a certain air of mystification. They also might imply that they know secrets no one else knows, and even that these secrets reveal something that the pursuing person desperately needs to know. This pushes you to further your inquiries. Their effort is to get your attention solely on them and for you to subconsciously allow them to have control of the relationship, thus giving them the uplifting energy of your connection. The victim of this tactic, in turn, feels depleted. Recognize when you are being rescued or when you are rescuing others. Healthy relationships require mutual respect and responsibility. Encourage independence and autonomy, and avoid stepping in too quickly to fix problems that others need to solve on their own. 4. The interrogator, the challenger drama. The interrogator is someone who uses confrontation and forcefulness to assert their views or control a situation. They thrive on debate, conflict, and proving themselves right. This behavior can escalate into power struggles where the interrogator attempts to manipulate others by challenging their authority, undermining their confidence, or pushing them into a defensive position. The interrogator may not always be aggressive, but instead uses their intensity and strong opinions to dominate interactions. Stay calm and don't engage in the drama. Challenge the ideas or behaviors respectfully without entering into a power struggle. It's important to disengage from arguments that aren't productive and focus on finding common ground or agreeing to disagree. Why do people use control dramas? Well, control dramas often stem from unmet emotional needs, childhood experiences, or learned behaviors that were once effective in getting attention or survival. Individuals who use control dramas may have grown up in environments where power dynamics, manipulation, or emotional extremes were very common. As a result, they may unconsciously replicate these behaviors in adulthood. That's why I said it's not always malicious. A lot of this behavior is unconscious. In some cases, control dramas are a way to avoid vulnerability or protect oneself from perceived threats. For example, a person who feels insecure might use the persecutor or challenger drama to cover up their fear of being judged or weak. Similarly, a person who feels neglected may adopt the victim drama to gain attention and care from others, simply because they want to be loved. Now, it's not the best way to go about it, but when you look at the root cause of why they're carrying out these behaviors, you start to understand a little bit better. Here's how to recognize and respond to control dramas. Recognizing when someone is using a control drama is essential for protecting yourself from manipulation. Here are some signs that a control drama might be at play. You feel manipulated, overwhelmed, or drained after an interaction. The conversation or relationship feels one-sided, with little regard for your needs or feelings. There's a recurring pattern of emotional extremes, such as constant drama, conflict, or guilt tripping. You find yourself adopting a rescuer role, constantly trying to help or fix others. Once you've identified a control drama, it's important to respond thoughtfully. Set clear boundaries. Communicate what behavior is not acceptable, and stick to your limits. Don't engage in the drama. Avoid reacting impulsively or getting caught up in the manipulative behavior. Encourage responsibility. Help them take ownership of their actions or encourage them to find their own solutions. Seek support. If you're feeling overwhelmed or caught in a pattern of control dramas, seek advice from a trusted friend, counselor, or therapist. To avoid falling into the traps of control dramas, it's essential to cultivate self-awareness and emotional intelligence, which we've talked about before. By recognizing your own potential to use these tactics, as well as the behaviors of others, you can break free from these manipulative patterns. Building healthier, more respectful relationships involves fostering open communication, mutual understanding, and a willingness to take responsibility for one's actions. Ultimately, control dramas thrive on unspoken dynamics of power and manipulation. By addressing these behaviors head on and developing healthier ways to engage with others, you can create relationships that are based on trust, respect, and emotional balance. That's the way to live an inspired life. And as I always say, stay inspired.